Transylvania. Say the name. What do you see? Maybe you imagine jagged peaks, stony shoulders draped in dark, impenetrable forest, or you might picture the moon, a perfect silver coin hanging low over skeletal towers. There's a chill in the air, a sense of something ancient and watchful, lingering beyond the firelight. This is the Transylvania of our collective imagination, a place built from whispered stories, Gothic novels, a landscape like a dream, or a nightmare, rather than a place on a map. Long before any vampire tales were ever spun, Transylvania was a land with a deep and dramatic history of its own. Let's wind the clock back, way back, more than 2,000 years. The first people to leave a significant mark here were the Dacians. Fierce and proud, formidable warriors and rich culture. They built impressive fortresses called Davai, perched high in the mountains to survey their kingdom. Roman eyes turned to the land, for gold, salt, and strategy. Emperor Trajan sent the legions into Dacia at the start of the 2nd century AD. The wars were brutal. Decebalus led the Dacians with bravery, but Rome's discipline prevailed. After 2 campaigns, Dacia became a Roman province. Now, into this complicated world of shifting borders and cultural clashes, our main character makes his dramatic entrance. He was born around 1431, not in Transylvania itself, but in the fortified town of Sighiswara, where his father was living in exile. His name was Vlad III. The name he is famous for, Dracula, wasn't originally sinister at all. It simply meant son of the dragon. His father, Vlad II, had been inducted into a prestigious chivalric order, the Order of the Dragon. Vlad's childhood was anything but stable or safe. His world was one of constant political intrigue and brutal power struggles. Once on the throne of Wallachia, Vlad Dracula wasted no time in consolidating his power. His methods were direct, brutal, and honestly terrifyingly effective. He inherited a kingdom riddled with corruption and plagued by the constant scheming of powerful nobles known as boyars, who had often betrayed his family. One of the most famous, and maybe a bit embellished, tells of an Easter feast. Vlad invited hundreds of these boyars and their families to his court. After they had feasted, he asked them how many princes they had served in their lifetimes. When they boasted, he had them all arrested. The older ones were impaled on the spot. So how did this real-life medieval prince, a defender of Christendom, a national hero to many Romanians, become the world's most famous vampire? It's a fascinating historical detective story. The transformation didn't happen overnight. The vital clue lies in the name, Dracula, associated with his father's Order of the Dragon. In modern Romanian, Drac also means devil. The Saxon merchants produced pamphlets with gruesome woodcuts and exaggerated accounts. The story of Vlad and Dracula did not end with Bram Stoker's novel. It was just the beginning of a modern legacy. During much of the 20th century, under communism, the government had a complex relationship with its most famous prince. On one hand, Vlad the Impaler was promoted as a national hero, a symbol of Romanian strength and defiance. They wanted visitors to appreciate real history, beautiful monasteries, scenic landscapes. On the other hand, the Dracula connection was treated with suspicion. The government discouraged early Dracula tourism. After the fall of communism in 1989, everything changed. Romania opened up to the world. Count Dracula emerged as a massive global brand. Bran Castle, a dramatic fortress, was marketed as Dracula's Castle. Tour companies built Dracula tours, taking visitors from Sighiswara to Bran Castle. So why, after more than 500 years, are we still so completely captivated by this story? What is it about this medieval prince from a distant land that holds such a powerful grip on our imagination? I think part of the answer lies in the sheer extremity of his character. Vlad the Impaler is not a figure of moderation. He is a man of absolutes, monstrous tyrant, heroic savior. He forces us to confront uncomfortable questions about power, justice, and morality. When is brutality justified? When does a leader cross the line from protector to monster? The story of Vlad is a perfect storm of history and myth. Beautiful, mysterious Transylvanian landscapes and the clash of great empires. A boy hostage who becomes a warrior prince. Guerrilla war against a massive empire. The forests of the impaled. These events feel like fantasy, yet they actually happened. History here is more shocking than fiction. Ultimately, the story of Vlad is a mirror.